Star, wearing purple, wearing purple. Star, wearing purple for me now.
I see you wearing purple. Yay.
All your sanities and wits, they will all vanish. I promise. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, all stars wearing purple, wearing purple. Start wearing purple for me now. All your sanities and wits, they will all vanish. I promise. It's just a matter of time. I know you think you were a 20. I was 20.
1 year old.
And so beautiful now. A purple little lady would be perfect.
That's perfect.
For dirty old and useless clown. So yeah, all stars
Wearing purple, wearing purple.
start wearing
Purple for me now.
all your sanities and which they will all vanish. I promise. It's just a matter of time. I know all from Donald Gin and the full gold.
That's a food court.
From gold to Pastor. We have done no stop there. And we go so yeah, all stars.
Wearing purple.
Start wearing all your sanity and which they will all vanish. I promise.
It's just a matter of time.
So yeah, all stars.
Wearing purple, wearing purple. In the back, are you wearing purple? Okay. Purple for me now.
So why don't you start wearing purple? Why don't you start wearing purple? Start wearing the purple for me now. All your sanities and which they will all vanish. I promise. It's just so horrible about that?
Oh, if only you knew the cause of my troubles.
There. Just you tell me everything. You know, I'm always willing to listen to a young fellow in trouble.
My dear Scapino, if you can devise any means of getting out of this terrible mess that I'm in, I'll be indebted to you for the rest of my life.
Well, there's not much I can't do once I've set my mind to it. The good Lord has blessed me with quite a genius for clever ideas and inspired inventions, which the less talented Mendozians call deceits and trickery. But there's never been another man to measure up quite like me when it comes down to a little bit of fiddling about or making a slight adjustment in a tight situation. Chocolate?
Oh, thanks!
No, there's never been another man with a better reputation at the job. But talent and hard work just aren't appreciated these days. And since my affairs got a little trouble, I've given the whole thing up.
What affairs and what troubles, Scapino?
Oh, I had a little contretemps with the law.
With the law?
Yes, it appears we didn't quite agree on certain matters.
They didn't quite agree.
You know, they treated me very badly, and I was so struck by the ingratitude of my fellow men, I decided from that day forward never to lift up another finger to help anybody. No, but I'm always willing to listen.
As you know, Scapino, my father and Signora Durante have been on a business trip together in which both their interests were concerned.
What?
And that Leandro and myself were left by our parents. Myself under the care of Silvestro here, and Leandro under your supervision.
I've done my job very conscientiously.
So am I!
Sometime afterwards, Leandro met a young gypsy girl and fell madly in love with her.
What?
As we're great friends, he took me straight away into his confidence. We went together to see the girl. Well, I thought she was quite pretty, but not as pretty as he thought I would. He spoke of nothing but her, day in, day out. Not a moment went by he didn't boast to me about her beauty, her charm, her wit, her every word. In fact, he got quite annoyed with me because I wasn't as lovesick as he was.
Look! I don't quite see where all this is leading up to.
One day, when we went to visit his obsession, we heard in a little house on a by street the sound of sobbing mixed with a great many tears. We asked what was going on.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? You'd say, what's going on, wouldn't you?
A woman passing by told us two foreigners lived there in terrible conditions.
Well, what next?
Curiosity made me drag Leandro to see what was the matter. We went into a little room where we saw an old man dying, a nurse crying, and a young girl dissolved in tears. The most beautiful, the most exquisite that was ever seen.
Aha! Oi, oi!
Any other girl would have looked wretched in the state she was in, wearing nothing but rags. Hair falling, disheveled about her shoulders. But even in that state, she glittered like 1,000 stars.
Yes, I'm beginning to see your point. Yes.
If you'd seen her, Scapino, in the state I had found her, you would have found her devastated.
I don't doubt it. And without seeing her, I realize she must have that certain something.
Her tears weren't those ugly tears that make a face red and swollen. She cried the prettiest way imaginable. And her misery was the most beautiful misery in the world.
Yes, obviously.
Sobbing, she threw herself on her knees beside the dying man and called him, Father. Everyone felt tears come into their eyes to see such love and affection.
Scapino. Very moving indeed. And I suppose that one lot of love sort of gave birth to another.
Scapino, a stone wall would have loved her.
White.
fiancé married at her side.
And worse than all this, at the poverty to which my poor lovely wife now lives, and my inability, penniless as I am, to help her.
There!
Is that all? You know the two of you seem bowled over by nothing. What on earth is the matter? Aren't you ashamed to be frightened by such a little thing? What the devil? You've been to the acting studio. You can't think of a little stratagem, a little wheeze to set things right. Do you know I was no bigger than that? And when I was dealing with matters 1,000 times more complicated? Oh! Ah! If only my trouble with the law hadn't made me swear off such temptation. Oh.
Yes, well, I realize I haven't been blessed with your grade.
That's true, very true.
And that I haven't got your genius.
No.
For getting us mixed up with the lovers.
Oh, here comes my lovely Hyacinta.
Octavio! Oh, Octavio, is it true what Silvestro told Marina? Your father's back and he's going to marry someone else?
Yes, my dearest, and I'm as heartbroken as you are. But what's this? You're crying. Why these tears? Surely you don't suspect I'll be unfaithful to you? Surely you don't doubt my love for you?
Yes, Octavio, I'm sure you love me, but I'm not so sure you'll always love me.
How could anyone love you without loving you for the rest of one's life?
I've heard, Octavio, that your sex love's not as long as ours does, and those burning passions when discovered are as easily extinguished as they are set alight.
My dearest Hyacinta, I'm not made like other men.
Oh my God!
I'll love you till I die.
I'm sure you believe what you say, and I don't doubt that your words are sincere, but I fear a stronger adversary than the tender feelings you have for me. You are completely dependent on your father, who is determined to marry you to someone else. If that happens, I expect I'll die.
No. No father shall make me break my word to you. I would rather give up my country, life itself, than you. Already without having seen her, I hate the girl who wishes me to marry. Don't cry, dearest Hyacinta. Your tears hurt me more than you. Everyone wounds me to the heart.
To make you happy, I shall hold back my tears and wait with dry eyes for whatever fate has in store.
Fate is on our side.
It must be if you stay true to me.
Never doubt that.
Then I shall be happy.
She's not such a fool, eh? And she's quite nice to look at, too. Ciao!
Here's a man who could be of marvelous help to us if you were willing.
Now, you know I resolved never to meddle in anyone else's business again. No, but if you both were to ask me nicely, perhaps? Oh, God.
Well, if it's only a question of asking nicely, my dear Scapino, I beg you with all my heart to be the captain of our ship.
Pardon? Ah, yes. And you. Don't you have anything to say to me?
I beg you, by everything that's dear to you, please help us and our love.
Well, right. I've been arguing around. Get along then. Oh. I'll do some thinking on your behalf.
Believe me.
Chut, chut, chut. Just get along home and stop worrying. Ciao.
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 What a lovely girl. Ciao. Ah, yes, you. Get your upper lip stiffened to your father.
Oh, my upper lip's trembling already. I must admit I suffer from a sort of cowardice I just can't overcome.
You must seem master from the moment you meet. Don't let him take advantage of your weakness or he'll treat you like a child. You must seem calm. Calm is the word.
Compose!
Compose! Yeah! impose a little boldness and answer him firmly whatever he says.
Okay, I'll do the best I can.
Fine.
Nice. Now, we could have a little rehearsal here to get used to it. We do have the audience. We'll act it out and see how well you do. And remember, head high for looks, chin out.
Like this?
Come on, chin out for looks, head high.
Okay. Now.
Yes, very good, yes. Now, just imagine I'm your father, and I'm just arriving. I'm coming on now. Who ever heard of such a thing? What an idiot thing to do! There you are, worthless, notorious son! Unworthy of a father like me! How dare you stand before me after this fine behavior? This cheap trick you've played whilst I've been away. The respect you owe me, the respect you owe me for my care of you. Say something! You have the cheeky beetle to get married in secrecy? To get married without my knowledge? Answer me! Answer me without giving me one good reason!
It's because you sound exactly like my father.
Oh, of course I do. That's why you mustn't act like an idiot.
I'll do better this time. I'll be firm and determined.
Determined?
Determined.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Oh, good! Because here comes your father now!
Oh God, I'm lost.
Hey, Antonio, hold on a minute. Quiet at your speed. What a weak specimen. Well, Sylvester. Sylvester, we're gonna have to deal with the old man ourselves.
What should I tell him?
Agree with me and back me up. God, who ever heard of such a thing?
He's already heard about it! And he's so furious that he's having a row with himself!
What a lunatic thing to do! Let's listen a while. I wonder what they have to say to me about this damn marriage. You were just thinking about it. Will they try to deny it? No, I don't think we'll do that. Or will they try to make excuses? That's possible. Everything they say will be useless. We'll see about that. They shan't make idiots of me. Don't count on it. And I'll make sure that rascal, the son of mine, is kept safe. We have the same intention. And as for that ferret, Silvestro, I'll beat him to jelly.
I knew he'd remember me!
So there you are you? Wise custodian of a wise custodian of a family, fine director of the morals of the young. Sir, I'm ravished to see you home again. How do, Scapino? You carried out my orders very prettily, haven't you?
I've done my best!
My son has behaved himself all too well whilst I've been away. And you're looking very well, as far as I can see, sir. Glowing. Well, can't you say anything, you idiot? Can't you say anything? And did you have a pleasant journey back, sir? Very pleasant. For God's sakes, leave me alone and let me have a row in peace. You want to row? Yes, I want to row. Who? With that freak there? Oh, shut up. With that streak there? What? You have not heard what's gone on think I should? I don't have my belly full of making a fuss about it. Don't you think I have every right in the world to be furious?
Right. And I was just the same myself, sir, just after I heard the news. Why, I was so incensed on your behalf, I had an enormous row with your son. You just asked him how I shouted, how I lectured him on the respect he owed a father whose footsteps he wasn't good enough to kiss. You couldn't have done better yourself, sir, but what good does it do? I sat down, and I thought about it, and I reasoned out that one was wrong, he might not be so much the wrong as one might think.
What kind of clever double talk is this? There is nothing wrong with getting married point blank to a stranger.
Yes, but what would you have him do? Fate led him to it.
Oh, the easiest excuse in the world to commit the worst crimes imaginable. Cheat, steal, murder, and say for excuse, fate led me to it.
Oh, good Lord, sir. No, no, no. What I meant to say was, he was fatally embroiled in this affair.
Why did he find himself fatally embroiled?
Now, surely, sir, you can't expect him to have the intelligence that you have. Young folks are
Young folk!
exactly. And intelligence to keep on the straight and narrow, doing only what's reasonable. Take our Lee Andrew, for example.
Oh, Arlen!
In spite of all I've taught him, in spite of all my remonstrances, he's gone and done worse than your son.
Worse than my son.
Yes?
He had. Tell me more.
Now, weren't you young once yourself, sir? And didn't you once sow the odd, wild oat? I have heard it that you were quite the one for the senoritas in your day. And when you made an attack, you never withdrew till their defenses were down.
That's true. I don't know who the devil told you, but it's very true. Very true. Very true. You've made your point there, but I've never gotten myself in the fix he's done.
What would you have him do? He sees a young lady who shows affection for him, well, he takes after you and wants to have all the women in love with him.
Yes, I know. He finds her
Enchanting, pays for visits, murmurs, sweet nothings. She sighs with passion. She lets herself be caught. Whoops! Surprised at her by her parents, he's forced at gunpoint to the church to marry her.
What is he doing?
Look out! What would you have him do, sir? It's a far, far better thing to be married than to be dead.
Well, they didn't say it happened quite like that.
Oh, you just ask him, sir. He'll tell you the same thing.
Was it by force he was to be married?
No.
Yes. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Would I tell you a lie, sir?
Well, then he should have gone straight to the police and reported the assault.
That's just what he couldn't do.
It would have made it much easier to dissolve the marriage.
Dissolve the marriage?
Yes.
He wouldn't dissolve it.
I wouldn't dissolve it.
No.
No. What? Don't you think I should have the right as a father to have satisfaction for the violence they committed against my son?
That's something he wouldn't quite agree with.
You won't really agree with.
No.
My son.
Your son. Do you want him to have to confess publicly that he was frightened to death and he was such a coward as to let himself be forced to marry her? He'd never be able to look anyone else in the face again. He'd think himself unworthy of a father like you.
That's a joke.
No, look, he must, for his honor and yours, let everyone think he married her of his own free will.
And I must, for my honor and for his, prove the contrary.
No, I don't think he'll do it.
I will force him to.
He won't do it, I'm certain of
You
it.
will do it or I will disinherit it.
You mean good.
What do you mean, good?
You won't disinherit him.
I won't disinherit him.
No.
No. Everybody, I won't disinherit my son.
No,
And who is going to stop me?
you will. You won't have the heart.
I will.
You're joking.
I am not joking.
Fatherly tenderness will prevail.
Oh, no, it won't.
Oh, yes, it will.
I tell you, it shall be done.
Oh. Fiddly-dee.
Don't say fiddly-dee to me.
Now, come on, sir. You're naturally too good-natured.
I am not good-natured.
just you send for me. Call, and I shall be at your service.
Thank you. Ugh. Why should Octavio be my only child? If only my daughter had been spared to me, I would have left all my money to her.
Senor, momento. Momento, senor. Candace, you're joking.
I agree. You're a genius. You've done marvelously well so far. But there's a matter of money.
Money?
Money. There's not only eating to consider. But the plan after getting to chase me down the street.
Just leave it to me. The plan is hatched. What I'm looking for now is a man whom I can trust to play the part I need. Hold it. Make that hand into a fist. Put your hat on one side. Now stand up. Put that hand into your pocket. Now lean on one leg. Your eyes in the slits. Good. You see?
No.
All right. Now strut around like one of those gangsters in the films we've been watching.
Like this?
I think we've been watching the wrong films. Like this. Yes! A few more disguises for your face and voice.
As long as it doesn't get you mixed up with the law.
What's 10 years up the river when you're with a friend?
I can't swim.
Just play it cool.
Okay.
Now, let's go see the Godfather. Hello? Hi.
So groovy.
I know. Yeah. Back in the day, you know, as we learned, a man was not considered to be. Has he not gone beyond the hills? Has he not crossed the seven seas? Now all the jokers crept around, just like them scarecrows in hometown. From screen to screen, them traveling. I am a wanderlust king. I stay on the run. Let me out!
you worry yourself about that. I'll be responsible for the removal of the obstacle, and I'm going to see about it this very minute.
Well, Senor Augustus, I really must say that the education of children is a matter which demands a great deal of conscientious application.
That's true, but why bring that up now?
It has just occurred to me that the bad behavior of children usually springs from the bad education their fathers give them.
I suppose so. What do you mean by that?
That if you had brought your son up properly, he would not have played this trick on you.
Charming. And we can take it that you brought up your son without a flaw?
Without a flaw? Oh, without a flaw. No question of it. I'd be very put out if my son had done anything even approaching your son's behavior.
Oh, and what if this son of yours, brought up so properly by his responsible mother, had got into a worse mess than mine, eh?
Worse mess than, what do you mean?
What do I mean?
What are you getting at?
What I'm getting at, Senora Durante, is that people shouldn't be so quick to criticize other people's behavior. People who throw stones should make sure the windows are boarded up at home.
I'm not very good at riddles.
Well, get someone to explain it to you then.
You would by any chance have had to say something about my son.
Perhaps.
Well, spit it out then.
Your fellow Scapino gave me an outline, and in my fury, I missed the details. But I'm sure most of Naples can fill in those for you. Well, I'm off to see a lawyer about what's best to do next. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Worse mess than this. I can't think of anything worse. Maybe without a parent's consent is the worst thing I can think of.
Ciao! Carissima! Ooh la la, mamma mia! Guns of love. Aha! There you are! Mother! What a delight to see you back at Naples!
First, I have something to talk to you about.
But mother, surely you'll let me embrace you?
Kick off, I tell you.
But surely you'll let me show my happiness by my welcome.
Certainly, but first we have something to sort out together.
Oh. What might that be?
Hold still and look me straight in the eye.
But, mother,
Look me straight in the eye.
very well.
What has been going on here?
Going on?
Yes, what have you been doing while I've been away?
What would you like me to have done, mother?
It's not a matter of what I would like you to have done. It is a matter of what you have done.
I'm sure I've done nothing that would give you any cause for concern.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You're very certain.
That is because I know I have done nothing wrong.
Scapino seems to think otherwise.
Scapino!
Ah, that makes you blood.
Did he tell you something about me?
Did you tell me this place is not very suitable to settle with all these people watching? Go home immediately. Don't talk to anyone on the way. I'll be back myself in a moment. You're a disgrace. If you have brought dishonor on the good name of Durante, I'll throw you out and you'll never darken my door again. My door is quite dark enough as it is.
Oh, how could Scapino betray me like this? A weasel who for 100 reasons ought to be the first to keep to himself my secrets is the first to give me away to my mother. I could tear him into 1,000 pieces and feed him to the fishes!
Dear Scapino, thank you. Heaven
Out with it! Confess it was your doing! Out with it, or you'll never blab another secret again!
But sir, you wouldn't mutilate me with a thing like that, would you?
I would.
You wouldn't.
I'm waiting.
But sir, I mean, what have I done, sir?
You know very well. Your conscience tells you.
Honestly, sir, I swear I don't know.
You know very well!
Pardon me? I'm very sorry.
Welcome to jail.
We're talking then.
Hey!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir! But I do hope you'll forgive me, sir.
I'm very glad to know that, Scapino. But it doesn't happen to be what I'm after at the moment!
Oh, God!
I'll remember all this at a proper time and place, Scapino. But in the meantime, out with it and confess exactly what you told my mother.
Told your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I haven't so much as seen her since her return.
You've not?
They'll tell you the same thing.
It's true. I have it from her own lips.
Well, excuse the expression, but her lips are not telling the truth.
Bronzo!
about? Sing to out!
Pronto, pronto, pronto!
Dear Scapino, give me your help. Dearest Scapino? I'm dearest Scapino now that you need me.
I'll forgive you anything you've said to me and anything worse you've done.
No. Don't forgive me anything. Strangle me, stab me with a knife, beat me with a chain. I'll enjoy every minute that you're killing me.
No! I beg you to save my life by saving my love.
Just get it over with quickly. That's all I ask.
You are too deaf to me. I need your genius.
Kill me.
No!
Just kill me.
No!
Get it over with.
No!
Scapino, you must do something to help.
What? After the way he insulted me?
Forget all that, I beg you. And give me your help.
You know, I can still feel that insult deep down in here.
You must put your pride on one side.
Scapino, are you going to abandon me in this cruel extremity? I was wrong. I admit that.
To call me a rogue? A villain? A scoundrel?
I am more sorry than I can say.
Yes, but they hit me over the head. In public? With the sausage?
I beg your pardon with all my heart. And if that's still not enough, I'll get on my knees. There, and beg you once more to give me your help.
You can't leave him now, Scapino.
Yes, well, you get up. But next time, don't be so quick with your accusations.
Well, will you get us out of this mess?
I'll think about it.
Well, you know, time is pressing.
How much do you need?
500,000 lire?
And you?
200,000.
Good. I shall get these from your parents. As to yours, the plan is already set. And as to yours, first-class miser though she is, she's not exactly an Einstein. She's the type of woman who can con to almost anything.
How dare you!
Now, don't get upset. You know you look nothing like her. And you know that everybody knows she's only your mother because she happened to be married to your father at the time.
Scapino!
Of all the ridiculous behavior!
Shush, Scapino!
It's your father I'll tell you. We'll start with him since he's here first. Go! I'll let him come in the trot. Play his part.
No consent, no consideration to plunge headlong into a marriage like this. Oh, the follies of youth!
Your servant, senor.
How do, Scapino?
You're having a little think about your son's situation, are you?
I must admit, it's put me to a state of fury.
Life, sir, is full of disappointments. It's best to be prepared for them.
That's true, but this foolish marriage has spoiled all our plans, and I'm not going to stand for it. And I'm going to see, I've already seen about getting it dissolved.
No, if you'll only listen to me, I think you'll find another way of settling this. You know what going to law means in this country. You'll find yourself stuck in so many complications and costs.
Costs? That's true. That's very true. But what other way is there?
I think I've won. I've just been chatting to the brother of the girl Ottavio's married. He's one of those roughnecks, one of these toughs who stand around street corners, poking people in the nose, beating them with chains, and thinks about nothing but punching and slashing and shooting, standing there with cutthroat razors waiting for streakers, and thinks nothing more of killing a bloke than drinking a glass of wine. I got him round to talking about the marriage, and I dropped a hint to him how easy it would be to dissolve it, on account of the done of the ceremony, and how your influence in the city, your bank account, and your powerful friends would help you along in court. Anyway, I got him to listen to a little proposal I made for settling the whole thing for a small consideration.
Well, how much did he ask?
Ooh, at first, a fantastic sum.
Wow, tell me.
You wouldn't believe it.
Tell me what?
He said he wouldn't settle for less than 5 or 600,000 lire.
5 or 600? The devil sees him. Does he think I'm an idiot?
That's just what I said to him. I said to him, do you think that man is an idiot? I said, you are as much an idiot as you looked. And after a lot more arguing, he agrees to settle for enough to pay off his landlady to collect his luggage. A mere 200,000 lire.
200,000 lira?
Yes.
Come on, I'll go to court.
Oh, think, sir, think.
I will go to court.
Also jumping head first.
I will go to court.
You know that going to court will cost you money. Not to mention the little bits here and there for greasing of the palms. Give the man the money, and you've settled the whole thing.
But 200,000 lira.
Yes, and you'll make a profit. Yes, a profit. I've just been doing a quick calculation in my head of all the legal costs, and I've worked out that to give your man 200,000 lire, will save at least 150,000 over and above, and without reckoning all worries and anxieties, time wasting, and vexation you'll cause yourself. Even if that means you'll save yourself all the cheeky little things the lawyers will write about you that could very well end up with the women's wear daily. It could cost you 300,000 not to go to law.
I don't care, damn. I'll defy any lawyer to make an idiot of me.
Then do as you wish, sir.
I am not giving away 200,000 lire. Ah!
Hey, nice, Scapino. Come and show me where that red dunce on your body.
Why, old chap! Sir, do you know who that is? That's the brother of the girl Ottavio's married. The one who stands around street corners going,
You dare something? Come and show me where that red dunce on your body.
why, old chap!
I just heard he's gonna take me to court to dissolve my little marriage with my sister.
I don't know whether he intends to do that, but I do know he won't pay you 200,000 lire. He says it's far too much.
I kill him! Walk with his head, walk with his appendages! And I find him and I'll make mincemeat of him, even if I get the check for it!
Sir, Ottavio's father has guts, and maybe he won't be frightened of you.
Him? Him? Ah, he was standing there right now. I wrapped my chain around his throat and don't touch it off! Who's that man? Who's that man then?
Him? That's not him. delighted with you.
Let's go find him. I've got the money with me.
No. All you have to do is give the money to me. It's not possible for you to meet him. Not after pretending to be somebody else. And knowing you tricked him, you might ask for more.
That's true. But I'll be much happier if I don't have to have my money.
Sir! Don't you trust me?
No, it's not that.
Now, sir! Either I'm a rogue or an honest man. One or the other. Why should I want to trick you? It's only for you and my master that I'm risking all this. But if you don't trust me, I'll just wash my hands of the whole thing, and you can find somebody else to do your dirty work for you.
Please take the money.
No, I'll be very happy if you give it to somebody else.
Ah, please, I beg you, take the money.
No. How do you know I won't rob you of your money?
For God's sake, take the money and don't make me argue any longer. I'll be waiting for you at the house.
I'll be there shortly.
Watch out!
Ciao! One down, one to go. Yeah, heaven's got them doing up today. Poor old woman! Poor old Durante! What will she do? Ah!
What's he saying about me? With a face like a lemon.
Can anyone tell me where to find poor Senora Durante?
I'm here, Scapino.
If only I could find her to tell her of this terrible disaster!
What on earth is it?
Oh, I've looked everywhere for her, but all in vain!
Scapino, I'm behind you.
Perhaps she's hiding under the quay, where nobody can find her!
Are you deaf?
Ma'am! It's impossible to find you anywhere!
Scapino, I've been right behind you for the past hour.
No!
Scapino.
Madam!
Yes.
It's your son!
Go on, my son.
Your son has just gotten himself mixed up in the most terrible business in the whole world.
Well, whatever was that?
Well, I just saw him a short while ago, looking very unhappy, very upset at something you must have said to him, in which for no good reason, he managed to get me involved. I was looking to take his mind off this business, and I took him for a walk along the quayside. There we were, admiring the boats, one in particular, a beautiful motor yacht. But up came the Scapino. Turkish he was. What a delight! So, he shook us by the hand and invited us on board. On we went, and there we ate the most beautiful food and drank wine such as you've never tasted.
Well, how did that make you feel so bad?
Just a minute, Adam, just a minute. While we were eating and drinking, he ordered the boat to put to sea. And when we were a good ways from the harbor, he pushed me overboard into the skiff and told me to tell you that if you don't send to him by return by me 500,000 lire, he'll kidnap your son and sail him off to Algiers.
What the devil? 500,000 lira?
Yes, and not only that, he's only given me 2 hours to get it. No, I'm a liar. An hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, that terrible Turk. He'll be the death of me.
Madam, you must tell me how to save your son, whom you love so tenderly, from a fate worse than death.
Off with you, Scapino. Off with you and tell that you're asking the police after him.
Police. A good idea, madam. Good idea. The police. In the middle of the ocean. Look, you must be having a joke with me.
What the devil is he doing aboard that boat?
Well, some people have bad luck, don't they?
Well, Scapino, the time has come for you to play the part of a faithful servant.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell that Turk that you'll take my son's place and then I'll get the money together.
What an idea, madam. What an idea. Do you know what you're talking about?
No.
Do you honestly expect that Turk to have so little savvy as to swap your son for a wretch like me?
But what the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
He didn't know what was going to happen, did he, madam? Now just think, he's only given me an hour and a half.
You say he has
500,000 lira.
500,000 lira? Has he no conscience?
Certainly, the conscience of a Turk.
That's not funny.
Does he take money like that just picked up what the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
Yes, yes, quite right. But one doesn't read one's fortunes, does one, madam? Now come on, let's get it over with.
Here's the Scapino. Take the key to my closet.
Good.
Open it.
What? The key?
The closet.
Oh, very good.
In there you find a hook. On that hook is a larger key, which opens the door to my secret hiding hole. In there you find a large brass bedstead. I want you to take the mattress, roll it over, and sell it so you can rent some nice sun.
Sell it.
Yes.
Madam, you couldn't get 100 livre for a mattress. Now just think how little time there is.
But what the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
Quite right. But
Blast
forget the
that
boat.
boat!
Drop the boat. Because by now, you've almost lost a son. Poor fellow. I may never see you again. They're sailing off to Algiers to a fate we want not of. Heaven's my witness. I've done all I could, and there's none to blame but a hard-hearted mother.
You say he has
500,000 livre.
500,000 livre. I'll get it.
Hurry, madam. I tremble lest the clock strikes.
But what the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
Quite right. Hurry it up.
Blast that boat!
I'm going to give her a heart attack.
Scapino, somebody gave me money today. I didn't think he would believe in me so soon.
Ma'am.
Here, tell that turkey it's the devil.
Yes, ma'am.
A money grabber.
Certainly, ma'am.
A murderer.
You can count on me, ma'am.
If I ever catch him, I'll have my revenge on him.
Just a minute, madam.
Yes,
Where's the money?
I gave it to you.
You put it back in your pocket. You put it back in your pocket.
Oh, I put it back in my pocket. There you go. It's grief that disturbs the senses.
Oh, that's plain to see.
But what the devil was he doing aboard that boat? Blast that boat, that terrible turd.
What the devil was he doing aboard that boat?
I hate turtles.
I'm not through with you yet, you old miser. I'll pay you back in one form of coin or another. Now, he told about me to your son.
Oh, Scapino. Any success?
Were you, sir? 200,000 livre.
Oh, I'm wild with happiness. And have you done anything to save my love from disaster?
For you, sir, I could do nothing. Oh.
Then I must end it all. What can I do? Life means nothing to me without my lovely Zerbinetta. I must end it
What's he
all.
talking about? Hold on, Jesus! I was only joking. Look, will this settle your troubles?
You've made life worth living.
On one condition. You allow me to play a little revenge on your mother.
Anything you like.
Swear it, in front of Whitney.
Yes.
500,000 livre.
Come. Let's go buy the lovely creature that I love. My lovely Giacenta. My lovely Zerbinetta.
soon sort those out.
The similarity of our adventures should make us still more friends. We both suffer the same apprehensions and are exposed to the same misfortunes. Well, cheer up. We're both on the same boat. But at least you have the advantage of knowing who were your parents. And that one day, you can find them again. They can consent to your marriage and set everything to rights. But what I am makes it impossible for me to gain a favor from his mother, who respects only money. But at least you have the advantage that your lover is not tempted to make another marriage. A change of mind is the least of fear in a lover. It's natural to believe one's attractions will fit their interests. The real enemy is an interfering mother for whom one's interests have no interest at all. Hi ho. Hi ho.
Hi ho.
What crosses we true lovers must bear? How delicious to be in love. Nothing to disturb the beating of two hearts together.
Don't delude yourself. A peaceful affair is a boring one. You need your ups and downs. Troubles in love make us appreciate the pleasures and make us love even more.
Oh, enough, Scapino. Help us forget our troubles by making us laugh.
Yes!
No.
Oh, tell us the story of how you got the money out of the old miser.
No, they heard it.
Oh, come on.
Stop it! Look, it's all right to have rehearsal, but not on the night. Now look, Sylvester, no! Cut your nails! Now look, Silvestro can tell the story just as well as I. At the moment, I'm trying to think up a little revenge to plan old Durante.
When we're all happy, you need to go get yourself in some another load of trouble.
Because it makes me happier still to risk my chance.
I warned you that you'll give up that plan if you take any notice of me.
Who takes any notice of you?
Why the devil do you actually lose yourself in that way?
And why the devil must you worry about it?
Because I don't like to see, unless it's a real cause of necessity, getting yourself a good hiding.
Look, it will be my good hiding, not yours.
All right, your hiding's your own affair.
I've never been stopped by danger. I just can't stand those boasters who are too busy thinking up the risks they're going to take. They don't take any.
Hey, Scapino, will we need your help?
Yes, well, I'll be along in 2 shakes of
Oh,
it.
what?
How's your father?
Ciao.
Ciao!
Ciao.
Ciao!
Ciao.
Oh, ciao!
Goodness.
No one is going to say that I give away secrets. And get away with it.
Yeah, oh yeah, you've seen me walk on burning bridges. Yeah, oh yeah, you've seen me fall in love
Scapino. How are you getting on with saving my son?
Your son? Your son is now perfectly safe. But it's you who now run the risk. You're in the greatest danger, madam, what I wouldn't give to see you locked up, safely back home.
Why?
At this very moment, madam, they're searching everywhere to murder you.
Me?
Yes,
Who?
the brother of the girl Octavio's married. He thinks that your plan to get your daughter in the marriage bed reserved for his sister will succeed. Thinking this, he's determined to wreak vengeance on you and make you pay with your life for the slight against his family's honor. At this very moment, madam, all his friends, bullies like himself, are questioning every person in this town. I myself saw a squad of English soldiers, all friends of his, questioning people and beating them up, and laying siege to every which way back to your house, so that you can't get home or take a step to right or left without falling into their hands.
Mr. Scapino, what shall I do?
I don't know, madam, do I? It's a funny situation. While I'm shaking from head to foot, I don't know. Ah! rocky chop suey to Zaki. No, sir. That will be over my dead body, sir. If necessary. Please, sir. I've already been beaten up once today. This is not your lucky day. Oh, what, son, what? Let that be lesson to you, Sonny Jim. Don't be so insolent. Now I'm off. Chow mein!
Damn the bully. Did they take his guts for garters?
I'm beaten to death.
Oh, man. I'm killed.
Well, the devil must think he bit in the sack.
I don't know. I mean, the ushers just keep letting them down the aisles. That's another one. In, madam. Quickly. Faster. That's it. Can you go all the way to the bottom? All the way, madam. Just in time. It's a whole squad of English soldiers. To the left, march. 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 Left, right, halt! I say, Sergeant. Yes, sir. I say, Sergeant. Have you seen that chappie drawn anywhere? Hey, what? No, sir. He's not over here, sir. I say, Sergeant. Isn't that their sergeant lying over there in the sack? Let's investigate. Company up on your feet, ready to march. That means all of you up on your feet. I haven't come all night. Now, on the left, quick. Ready? Left, right, keep on the back there. Left, right, press hands forward.
The gypsy is an inconsiderate, ignorant hussy. I'll teach her to come here laughing at a man of honor. The valet is a villain who will be sent to prison before tomorrow morning. I hate gypsies.
Hey, do you realize that old fellow you were talking to is your young man's mother? I was beginning to have my suspicions. Oh, I told her own story before I realized it. What? Her own story? Yes, I was bursting to tell it to someone. Oh, what does it matter? Things can't get any worse for us. Oh, your tongue must be long enough for two. You can't even keep your own secrets. Oh, yeah.
Hey there, Silvestro!
Get inside. That's my master calling me now.
You and that rascal Scapino have conspired together to cheat me, and my son did it too! Do you think I'm going to stand for it? No!
Scapino! I do love my brother.
I will not be made a fool of!
Senora Garcia, you see me weighed down by this.
And you see me too, Senora Durante, the slew of this fawn.
That criminal Scapino has tricked me out of 500,000 libras.
And that self-same criminal Scapino has cheated me of 200,000.
Not only has he tricked me, but he's treated me in a way I'm too ashamed to explain. But I'll get him back for it.
I'll make sure he pays for the tricks he's played on us.
Oh, please, God. Don't let them find out I was mixed up in all of this.
But that's not the end of the story. The father and daughter whom I was expecting to arrive from Marseille is lost. Their ship has been reported gone.
Why, oh why did you not bring her here with you?
Reasons. Business and family interests forced me to keep this sacred marriage a great secret.
Oh.
Senora Rodolfo!
You and your nurse,
Senora Rodolfo!
don't call me Rodolfo here. The reasons which forced me to change my name in Marseille exist no longer.
But alas, what troubles this change name has caused us entire find you here.
Us? Then where's my daughter and her father?
Your daughter, Senora, is close by, but before you here, I must beg you forgive us. It's not me. And thou wish to see you again. I must beg you to forgive me that I have let her be married.
My daughter married?
Yes, ma'am.
To whom?
To a young gentleman called Fabio, son of Senora Gonzo.
Good God!
What a coincidence!
Where's the source first year?
Come, quickly, quickly! Follow me to a house over there.
What? I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own ears.
Well, Silvestro, how's tricks?
Well, I've got two little bits of information for you. One's a surprise. Our Tavio's worries are over. Our Gaia Santo turns out to be none other than Senora Durante's daughter. Lux brought about the very thing that Mother most intended. The other bit of information, no surprise, is that both parents are full of terrifying threats against your future, especially Senora Durante.
Well, threats never hurt anyone, did they? The clouds flying by high in the sky.
Yes, well, I wouldn't put it past those two boys to make it up with their parents. Then where would you be, huh?
sold her to me revealed she was born in this city.
City?
And her well-known family?
Family?
They stole her away when she was only 4.
4?
And,
Woo!
circle that down. And this is a bracelet that may reveal to us exactly who her true parents were.
Give me that. This bracelet proves she's the very daughter that I lost at the age you spoke of.
Your daughter?
Yes, indeed. And now that I look upon her face, I can see all her family features.
Father!
Father!
Goodness me! Extraordinary coincidence!
Senores! It's been a terrible accidente! Poor Scapino.
I'll see that wretch hang.
Well now, you won't have to worry yourself about that now, will you? As he was passing by the scaffolding of a new building, a stonecutter's hammer fell upon his head, fracturing his skull, shattering his brains up. And now, the street. He's gone. His last wish to be brought here, say his last words to you all.
Where is he?
Here he comes now. Senores, you see me now? You see me in this terrible state? Oh, senores, before I die, I had to come to beg forgiveness of all those I've ever offended. Oh, senores, before I breathe my last breath, I had to come to beg you from the bottom of your hearts to forgive me everything I've ever done. Oh,
See!
but especially Senor Argante and Senora Durante. For my part, Scapino, I forgive you.
Go die. In peace.
But it's you, Senora Durante, whom I've offended the most with that terrible beating I gave you earlier.
I forgive you as well.
Yes, madam, but it was quite a cheat of me for that good hiding in the sack.
Hiding?
Sad. Cheap.
Now, I'm dying, madam. I can't express my sorrow enough for that sausage trick I played on you.
Sausage.
I said I forgive you as well, Scapino.
Yes, the sausage trick when she was in the sack.
I forgive you everything.
Really, madam? You forgive me everything from the bottom of your heart? The pretty boy?
Yes, I forgive you.
Oh, madam, I can't tell you how much those few kind words make me feel better.
Quite. But I give you on one condition.
What?
That you die.